House Republicans are pursuing an extreme budget reconciliation plan, a resolution that they passed out of committee about a week ago, and by all accounts intend to bring to the House floor on Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. It's a $4.5 trillion budget plan that would slash and cut tax rates for billionaires and corporations. And they do that by essentially gutting every social safety net program that one could conceive of. That includes about $800 billion of cuts to Medicaid, as well as the Affordable Care Act, $200 billion to food assistance programs. It would be a devastating budget if it were enacted into law for the American people. Medicaid serves a broad cross-section of the American public. These are services that are provided not just in urban America, suburban America, rural America, every corner of the country.
What difference does it make what budget Congress passes if Elon Musk, who no one elected to anything, just comes along, shuts down departments, fires people, in essence becomes the head of the executive branch? What guarantees do you have that even whatever budget you do pass will be fulfilled?
Yeah, you've squarely articulated the central challenge that we are facing in terms of the checks and balances and the separation of power, because at the end of the day, the executive has to comply with the law. And federal courts are doing their part. Thus far, I think, Article 3 branch of our government is working to ensure that the constitutional order is maintained. But I think the real operative question for me, it's whether or not there will be a sufficient number of Republican members of Congress who will stand up and make clear that an appropriation that is passed by Congress and signed into law by the president must be enforced and faithfully executed by the president. And that, to me, is the central question. I don't know whether or not there will be a sufficient number of Republicans who would step up and make that clear. But we'll see. Time will tell.
What happens when your Republicans go back to their districts? Do they hear from ordinary voters? Stop this. This is not what we voted for.
Yeah, one would certainly hope that that's the case. I love doing town halls. I think it's one of the best ways to connect with my constituents, to get a pulse as to how my community is feeling and to be responsive to their concerns. But members doing town halls, particularly on the Republican side, has become much more rare in recent years.
And I would say to our viewers, our readers at The Contrarian, look up these town halls and go to them. Go and tell congressmen what you want and what you don't want. That is the democratic process.